last week in what was one of the biggest airdrops of the year. But I think it actually spells the importance of this subset of airdrops that I'm going to talk about in today's video, which are product-based referral model airdrops, which are the new trend in airdrops in crypto. And today I want to talk about one of the next airdrops that I think could potentially be the next Arkham. And although it might not yield over $100,000 for its participants, it still could be a nice paycheck for those that get involved. So I want to talk everything airdrops in today's video and give you an update on what I am personally doing. But let's just look at last week, because this was absolutely insane. People were making six figures just off sharing their Arkham Intelligence referral link. And basically what it was a program for users or creators to be able to share their referral link to get access to the beta of the Arkham Intelligence platform with their followers. And it really highlights the importance sometimes of, having a following on social media in crypto, because people with, 10,000, 20,000, even 5,000 followers on Twitter were able to share this referral link with their followers, gain a few signups, and actually gain a huge airdrop off the back of that. We see Thor, one of my major friends in the space, actually received over $130,000 because he did a thread on Arkham and simply included his referral link in the thread. Now, I went and I did the maths and I worked out for every single person that you referred on an Arkham Intelligence referral link, you would have received around $150. So even if you didn't have a social media platform and you simply just shared the referral link in a group chat with 10 of your friends or family members, you would have received $1,500, which is absolutely insane. And of course, the bigger following you have and the more ability you have of pushing this, the more you could have made. And that's why we saw people literally make, and the wallets are completely doxed in public, over $100,000, $130K, $148K, just for a small little YouTube channel. He only has 6.8K followers on Twitter as well. We see people making over 100K. It was very, very insane. And it does highlight the importance of this subcategory of airdrops. Now, I've done a bit of digging and I've looked at some of the new platforms that may potentially follow this model. And I want to talk about it today because, look, airdrop farming at the end of the day is a pretty good risk-reward play in crypto. The risk is that, you waste a little bit of time, maybe a little bit of money on gas fees, maybe you share a referral link that doesn't end up generating any profit. But the reward can potentially be, 5 figures, 6 figures, 4 figures, basically free money in crypto in an industry which we know sometimes is, especially in a bear market, extremely difficult to make money in. So that is why I'm so focused on airdrops. Of course, in the past, I've covered zkSync, Layer 0, which I'm extremely focused on right now. We covered Arbitrum last year. Everyone that followed those guides probably ended up making money on Arbitrum because we nailed most of the steps, which has been amazing. But I'm always looking forward into the future about the new airdrop opportunities in the market. Now, before we get into the new platform that I'm looking at after the Arkham airdrop, I also want to talk about Arkham, because Arkham itself, I don't think is fully finished with its airdrop. We know that they have a percentage of their supply dedicated for community incentives, and I think it's highly likely that they do end up doing a second airdrop here. We've seen this time and time again with protocols like Optimism, which issue their first airdrop and then do a subsequent, albeit smaller, airdrop slightly later. Now, by all reports, the way to get a second airdrop on Arkham Intelligence will be to follow similar steps to the first airdrop. So get people signing up using your referral link, use the platform. But I think there will be more of an emphasis potentially on actually actively using the platform. But I still think referral links at the end of the day will be prioritized because they want new people coming in and using the platform. Essentially, the airdrop motive here is to get more people using Arkham. And the way to do that is through spreading the message on social media through these referral links, and threads like these only help Arkham grow stronger and stronger, even though they did have a little bit of a slip up with the whole wallet doxing thing, because, if you signed up, your email was revealed. I think they have recovered, at least in the community's eyes, especially after a lot of people have received a huge airdrop. And I think the platform's fairly good. I mean, you guys know I've been using Arkham on the shows, irrespective of, the fact I didn't really get a big airdrop because I didn't promote my referral link. I was using it on the shows, using the platform organically. And I even suggested that. So if you did that, you may have gotten a small airdrop. And if you did, congratulations. Let me know if you did in the comments below. I didn't really receive a notable airdrop at all, just as I said, because I didn't promote my referral link. But people like Thor that did, congratulations. They made huge, huge money. But it just shows that there is still money in this airdrop space. So The TLDR on Arkham is, I still think if you share your referral link and use the platform organically, there's still chance for a smaller airdrop here, but it will be a round 2 airdrop, which, as we know, are usually smaller than the initial airdrops. The reason the first airdrop was so big is just because there weren't many market participants sharing their links. There weren't many people using the platform, but the token ended up launching with a $100 million market cap and a 500 million FDV, and I think at the time of launch, it was even closer to $1 billion. So a huge valuation meant the value denominated in US dollar terms of Arkham tokens was extremely high for the recipients of the airdrop. Now, I want to get into some of the upcoming airdrops now and have a look at why Arkham may have now set the standard for future product-based airdrops, one of which particularly comes to mind. But before we get into that, I want to remind you about the World Series of Trading competition, which is kicking off with ByBit, which gives its traders the ability to earn $8 million in probably the biggest prize pool that ByBit has ever done. So we have created a team of traders, including myself, Ran, Sheldon, Kyle, and other traders in the space, as well as the community which you can join to get involved in to basically trade alongside Crypto Banter. And we want to become the biggest squad in the World Series of Trading, and we want to win a significant percentage of that prize pool. Now, for new users that haven't yet signed up to this ByBit competition, for every 50 users above 1,000, so you can see we're at 1,288 now, we will be giving away an iPhone. So 1 in every 50 people that sign up for the World Series of Trading now, using the link in the description, win an iPhone. So if you haven't gotten involved yet, now would be a great time. Not only if you want to trade and potentially win a big prize pool alongside the Banter fam, but also potentially win an iPhone. So you have 18 days to register, but I highly suggest registering sooner so you can start trading and earning some rewards when the competition officially kicks off. It's going to be very exciting. It kicks off in August, and we're going to be going pretty hard at this and trading on the show. So link in the description. You need to sign up using the referral link, which is the first link. Once you've done that, then you can sign up using the second link and click the join button here underneath the Banter squad. So without further ado, let's get into the rest of the video relating to airdrops. And 𝗨, who obviously was one of the biggest recipients of the Arkham airdrop, actually did a thread here, and I'm paying attention because of his recent success in airdrops, of some of the airdrops that he's looking out for in the near future. Of course, I do have my own that I want to share with you, but I wanted to run through 𝗨's list really quick just to give you an idea of some of the new airdrops. Off the top of my head, another one I can think of is Linea. I think they're going to do a pretty big incentives campaign, so definitely watch out for Linea. It's a new L2. That is something that I'm actively looking at doing some airdrop farming. You can look up airdrop guides on Twitter, and I'm sure I'll do one in the future, but that's one. Alongside that, 𝗨 lists a few others. So he's listed SWELL here, which is an ETH liquid staking platform. 𝗨's very focused on the DeFi space, a lot of the smaller, more niche DeFi plays. And Arkham, I guess, just by virtue of the amount of users using the platform, was a niche play. And the niche plays sometimes actually end up giving out more capital than the big plays because they're not diluted in terms of the amount of users going for the airdrop. On the other hand, though, they often have less capital to play around with because the VC funding's less. So when you have less funding, you also have less ammunition to give out an airdrop. So it can work both ways. The big airdrops like Arbitrum, because they have big backers, end up being the biggest, but then also sometimes the small airdrops, if no one's really aware of them or less people are going for them, sometimes you actually get a bigger denominated reward because there's just not as much competition. So 𝗨 mostly focuses on the smaller ones, SWELL being one of them, Vertex being another one, which is a perpetual futures exchange. Just saying right now, I haven't done extensive research on all of these protocols. I'm simply reading his list. So definitely something I'm going to check out in my own time. I've already gone through a few of these. They look like they do have strong airdrop potential. But in terms of the protocols themselves, I'm not saying buy the token or anything. Not that you even can, because an airdrop means that a token is yet to come. So, trying to farm on the platform gives you a way to get those tokens early. MarginFi as well is another one that he mentions, and zkSync, a more popular one that 𝗨 is also going for. I think the time to get a zkSync airdrop, the window's closing, although I don't think you're completely shut out. Of course, the users that got onto this super early, like last year, last October, November, when I was talking about it on the shows and on Twitter, you guys are in the strong position, the strongest position. So if you've been doing it, I think well done. I would keep going with interacting if you've come this far, because consistency is likely to be a requirement here. But if you haven't done anything on zkSync yet, I don't think you've missed out completely. There's probably still some sort of reward for you for using the platform, using the dApps on the platform, providing liquidity, transferring, bridging, etc. But personally, if you had to ask me, I do prefer layer 0 just slightly now, because I think due to what we've seen from the founders in their latest interviews, that's likely to be pushed back to Q1 2024, which gives you a little bit more of a window to get layer 0 versus zkSync, in my opinion, although the timelines might end up matching up if zkSync also gets delayed, which, these things just get delayed and again, typically. All right, so that's Thor's list. I want to go into one now, which could potentially be the next Arkham, because it's a service-based product with a referral link model, and that model has proven to be extremely lucrative in recent times. So it would be absolutely remiss of me not to mention a potential opportunity here on the show. Before we get into that specific opportunity, I want to give a quick shout out to Spool Finance, which is now an official partner of the show. If you guys have been watching the show for quite some time, especially those Sunday research streams that I used to do, and I'm probably going to get back to, by the way, you would know that I'm a big fan of Spool even before we partner with them, because I think that it's one of the more innovative DeFi products the market, and I'm not paid to say that. I genuinely believe that. Although they're partners of the show, I think they're creating an amazing product, and that's why I was really, really keen to work with them. Essentially, what they're creating is a quick overview, and of course, we're going to get into the nitty-gritty in future videos. Their V2 is essentially integrating multi-asset smart vaults. So essentially, smart vaults can contain a range of yield strategies using different assets. Now, it's very cool because there's an automated asset swapping function, meaning if you create a vault to earn yield, it can automatically swap out of those assets into other assets to maintain capital efficiency. For example, if you create a V2 smart vault using both ETH and USDC, the strategies rebalance ETH USDC liquidity between multiple DEXs, allowing you to send other assets to the vault, which will automatically be swapped into ETH and USDC. So instead of having to manually compound yourself, it's going to be able to swap into other tokens and across multiple chains as well, depending on how you configure your strategy, which is really unique because their architecture allows them much more composability and flexibility to issue smart vaults. So I think it's going to be really cool. And what I'm actually going to do is create my own vaults on the show for you guys to be able to invest in. Basically, it's the ultimate DeFi platform for yield, basically. I mean, across Ethereum, across LSDs, they're doing liquid staking vaults now, all sorts of very cool stuff. Basically, your ultimate DeFi infrastructure play. So V2 is not even out yet. Right now in front of you, you're seeing the V1. When V2 is out, it's going to be a lot of fun creating vaults because of the new flexibility that it gives. And I haven't seen another product in crypto like it. That's why I'm relatively excited about it. So if you do want to get involved, of course, V1 is available to be used right now, but I would recommend staying on top of the latest upgrades to V2 because that is really where the exciting products come from. So there's a link in the description if you want to win part of a $5,000 prize pool. You just need to complete very basic things like following them on Twitter, joining their Telegram, following them on LinkedIn, joining their Discord. You just do these things one time, you gain XP, and then you're entered into a $5,000 prize pool. So if you're interested in staying up to date with Spool and their V2, there is a link in the description to the Zealy campaign, just to stay on top of them by following them, visiting their website, etc. Pretty easy stuff to manage. All right, let's get on with the rest of the video because there is one platform that I want to talk about off the back of Arkham, and it stuck out to me on my feed the other day. I was kind of scrolling through my feed and I saw it keeps being mentioned, and then I went onto this website called 𝗲𝗏 and I checked it out and I thought, this is actually really cool. And it reminded me of Arkham in the early days. It has those typical dashboards that you expect from a website like Nansen or Arkham. It also has annualized basis and liquidation on-chain data, which is super interesting. I think this is really good for Bitcoin traders. As well as altcoin traders. I think if you're into Bitcoin, having this dashboard here, as you can see in front of you, is really cool. Having the average return by hour, the liquidation data, and also, for any other coin you want to search up. It's really, really helpful. And it's something that you're probably going to see on the shows from me in the future because it's a website that I think is pretty cool. But website aside, just focusing on the airdrop, because they have a referral link program here that you can actually sign up for and then create your own link. This just screams Arkham to me. I mean, it just reminds me of Arkham. This is exactly how Arkham rolled out their referral link program. Essentially, signing up, creating a referral link, and sharing it with your friends, family, or social media. That was how you got an airdrop for Arkham. It looks like if 𝗲𝗏 does end up doing a token one day, which we don't know that they will, but let's just assume that they will, then it's likely that they do favor the people that shared their referral links as part of the model, the referral model that Arkham has kind of stamped here. So, and by the way, Arkham didn't invent the referral model. It's just the first time I think we've seen a 100K plus individual airdrop in many months, if not a year. The last big airdrop was probably Aptos, last year where people were receiving those kind of figures. And I actually know people that made 100K off Arbitrum as well, but you would need to like farm on 20, 30, 40, 50 wallets to do that. Arkham, you just needed one referral link and you could have made, 100,000. It was absolutely crazy. But this, look, it won't be nearly as big. I think people are starting to catch on a little bit now. But I mean, what is really the cost here of signing up to the platform, copying your referral link, and then essentially spreading it with your followers? Now, I'm not even going to shill you my referral link in this video. So, I don't want this to seem like a shill at all. So don't even use my link. Just do it yourself. I mean, just go onto their website, 𝗿𝗏𝗓𝗏. I could have used this video as an opportunity to shill my link, but at the end of the day, I just want to provide alpha for you guys. I just want to provide quality information about what I'm doing, and I just prefer to do it this way, really, and just share it with you. Because when I saw it, I thought it was really cool, and they've got big KOLs actually starting to promote it now, like 𝗿𝗏𝗕𝗃. I mean, he posted his. I don't think he posted his link, did he? Is this? Let me see. Doesn't look like it. It's just a website. So he's a backer of the website. Didn't post his link. Just posted the dashboard and said that essentially he's building the best data offering in crypto at 𝗿𝗏𝗓𝗏. So I think he's working with them actually. Yeah, here you go. It's officially in his bio now. So he's partnered with them. Obviously, most of you guys that are on Twitter will know Will, Bitcoin on-chain analyst. And yeah, the beta is now live for you guys to try it out. So it's pretty cool, but I wanted to more so highlight the airdrop component of course, which you could get your referral link just for going onto the website and copying your referral link. But I do think that the referral-based airdrops, especially in a bull run, could be massive. And it's a sector that I think people were ignoring, but Arkham was the wake-up call to not ignore things like this. There's kind of a, the old saying of you basically don't want to make the same mistake twice or you're an idiot. I don't know the exact saying, but I won't make the same mistake twice of essentially ignoring a referral link-based airdrop when it's right in front of us, because they can be pretty massive, as we've seen time and time again. I want to remind you before I head off here. Well, actually, I wanted to say that I haven't been live streaming in a while, but this video was actually recorded, I think, roughly 12 hours before it comes out. So getting back into the swing of things. Reason I'm recording it early is because I do have a flight. I'm heading to Dubai. I'm going to be staying there for a few weeks. It's going to be very hot, but got some business to attend to there. So heading to Dubai, going to be streaming there for a few weeks, which is going to be really awesome to get back into the daily live streams. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the pre-recorded content over the last few weeks. I think there was a lot of alpha that I shared in those videos. Some of the best videos I think I've ever recorded on Banter, actually. But they probably didn't get the same amount of views as my live streams because they weren't live. But if you do want a bit of alpha, I recommend checking them out on the Miles playlist, which is on the Banter homepage. Because, yeah, I definitely shared some really cool stuff there. And yeah, one last thing before we wrap up here, just reminding you, Prime XBT, we still have a pretty nice deposit bonus for anyone that wants to sign up and trade any tokens on their exchange. Very nice exchange to use with a 7% deposit bonus. So 7% up to $7,000 on your initial deposit. Active traders, they also have a 25% discount on active commissions. So if you're an active trader, this one is probably the best one. But for people that just want to deposit quantity rather than actively trading regularly, then the 7% deposit bonus probably is your best bet. And also Prime XBT has a rewards program that allows you to earn, I think it's $100 or $200 just for completing very basic quests on the site. So that's cool as well. I think that's all for now. I'm just going to go through the market, give a quick update. I might be slightly delayed here though, because, as I said, I'm recording this 12 hours before. So Bitcoin's still at 29.3. Yeah, the FOMC was basically a nothing burger. Ethereum still hanging out. Very boring market. I couldn't have picked a better month to go away, to be honest. Yeah, you've got your majors barely moving. Solana had a recovery, started to dip over the last day before bouncing back. Yeah, pretty stagnant market for altcoins. I do think, though, when volatility starts to contract, that typically leads to expansion. We've seen it time and time again that when the market coils up into this sideways range, you do get big moves. The question now is, which way does the move happen? I'm not in a position to say right now because I don't think we have enough data. My gut is telling me there could be a breakdown, but I don't want to perpetuate that just based on gut feeling. I would definitely need more substantial metrics. So, the breakdown of key levels at the 28.7 zone for Bitcoin, and also that Bitcoin dominance reversal for me to, start getting a little bit more worried. But right now, I'm kind of just sitting by, observing the market, and next week we're going to get back into it. And as you can see, ByBit has a banner here saying your Lambo awaits you. in 2023. Of course, the World Series of Trading Comp is live for registration. You could potentially win an iPhone for joining Banter Squad. Link in the description to that as well. I will see you in the next video. I'll be live on Monday, so very excited to get back into the live streams. And until then, I will see you later. Peace out.